Assalamu alaikum everybody, how are you? Hope you are well. This is Mohammad Ashraful Islam, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone College. Today I am here taking an online class. I am going to solve some questions. I hope this class will help you in your next exam. Okay, let's start our today's class. Today's discussion, the uses of refraction of light. First uses of refraction of light is optical fiber, second periscope, third prism and lens. The classification of lens: concave lens, convex lens, at last the power of lens. Let us talk about optical fiber. Optical fiber is very thin and narrow plastic or glass made fiber where total internal reflection takes place. Optical fiber is used in telecommunication and medical science. In endoscopy, optical fiber is used. Let's see the optical fiber. Here you can see a glass, very thin glass or plastic made fiber. When light falls obliquely inside the glass fiber, then the light takes total internal reflection in several times. This is the optical fiber. In that video you can see an optical fiber, and inside the optical fiber light is incident and total internal reflection takes place inside the optical fiber. Next topic, periscope. There are two types of periscope: mirror periscope and prism periscope. Today we will discuss prism periscope. In that figure you can see a periscope where two prism inside the periscope. When light comes from the tree and falls on the first periscope, here light enters denser medium to rarer medium and incident angle is greater than critical angle, then total internal reflection of light takes place. You have already learned that thing in your earlier class. So light goes towards the second prism, and when light falls the second prism, then it will travel denser medium to rarer medium. Again, when total internal reflection takes place here and light goes towards the eyes of a man, and a man can see the tree in that position. This periscope is used in the submarine. Next topic, prism. Prism is transparent homogeneous refracting medium bounded by three rectangular surface and two triangular surface. So prism have 5 plane, 2 triangular plane and 3 rectangular plane. When light enters the prism and the dispersion of light, we can see 7 colors of light. You can see the video. In that video, when light enters the prism, then it will divide into 7 color, and that color you can see here: violet, indigo, blue, yellow, orange and red. In the short form of that color is vapeur. Our next topic, lens. Lens is transparent homogeneous refracting medium bounded by two spherical surfaces. There are two types of lens. One is concave lens, another is convex lens. Concave lens. Concave lens means the lens whose edge portion is thick but the middle portion is thin. That is called concave lens. Convex lens. Convex lens means the lens whose edge portion is thin but the middle portion is thick. That is called convex lens. Concave lens is also called diverging lens, and convex lens is called converging lens. Now I would like to discuss two comprehensive based question. The question is, convex lens is a converging lens. Explain. Here you can see L prime is a convex lens. Here O is the optical center of the convex lens, and the straight line passing through the optical center, that is called principal axis. When some parallel ray of light falls parallelly in the lens, and after reflection that refracted ray will meet at a single point. That point is called focal. That point is called focus. And the convex lens has a capability or ability to converging that parallel ray in a single point. That is why the convex lens is called converging lens. The figure you can see there is a convex lens, and when parallel beam of light falls on the convex lens, it will converge at a single point, and that point is called focus. That is why convex lens is called converging lens. Second comprehensive based question is, concave lens is a diverging lens. Explained. In that figure you can see there is a concave lens. Here L prime is a concave lens, and O is the optical center, and the straight line which is passing through the optical center, which is called principal axis. Here you can see some parallel beams of light falls parallelly in the lens and refract in that way. In that refracted ray do not meet together. So we have to divert that refracted ray. If we divert that refracted ray in backside or in backward, then the backward diverting ray meet at that point. That point is the focus of this lens. So we can say concave lens has a diverging power, or concave lens has a power to converting parallel beam into a diverging beam. That is called concave lens is called diverging lens. In that figure you can see a concave lens, and you can see a parallel beams of light falls parallelly in the concave lens, and after refraction it bends away. But if you want to diverge that refracted ray in backward, then that refracted ray will meet at a single point. That single point is the focus. So we can say lens has a power to convert parallel beam of light into a divergent beam. Power of lens is the ability to convert parallel beam into converging ray or parallel beam into diverging ray. That is called power of lens, and it is denoted by P, and the unit of power of lens is diopter. And in the short form, the unit of power is denoted by D. That means diopter. The power of lens will be positive or negative. And to calculate the formula of power is P equals to 1 by F. That means power is inverse to the focal length. Here F is the focal length. Focal length means the distance between optical center to the focus is called focal length, and the power is inverse to the focal length. And in case of lens, P will be positive, and in case of lens, power will be negative. So when someone use a spectacle of negative power, that means we have to decide that the person has a lens of concave. Formula to calculate the power is P equal to 1 by F. Here P is the power of lens and F is the focal length. And to calculate the focal length, we have another formula which we have discussed in our previous class, which is 1 by F equal to 1 by V plus 1 by U. Here V is the distance of image from the lens, and U is the distance of object from the lens. And third formula to calculate the linear magnification, and linear magnification denoted by M, which formula is M equals to minus V by U. These are the formula. Let's solve some mathematical problems. The first question is, what is the focal length of lens having power of plus 3 diopter? The power of lens plus means the lens is convex, because we know the power of convex lens is positive. Here the power of lens is given. So we can write power of lens. Power of lens P is given here plus 3D for diopter, and we have to calculate the focal length. Focal length, which is denoted as small f, equals to what? We know the formula of power is P equals to 1 by f. Now we have to calculate the focal length. So we can write f equals to 1 by p. P for power of lens, and whose value is given here plus 3 diopter. So if you put the value of P, which is plus 3, then we will get the focal length f equal to 0.33 meter. That is the answer, question number 1. Second question, the question is, what is the power of concave lens of focal length 40 centimeter? We know the power of concave lens is negative. So the focal length of the concave lens also negative. Let's see the given quantity. Given quantity is here focal length, and we know the focal length of concave lens is negative. So we can write here negative 40 centimeter. And remember one thing, that the focal length must be convert centimeter unit to the meter unit if you want to calculate the power of lens. So we have to convert centimeter unit to the meter unit. So we have to divide by 100. Then we will get answer 0.4 meter. And the power of lens, which is denoted by P, equals to what? We know to calculate the power, the formula is P equals to 1 by f. Here f is focal length, whose value is given minus 0.4 meter. So if you put the value of f minus 0.4 meter, then the answer will be minus 2.5 meter inverse. But we know the unit of power of lens is diopter. So we can write here the power of the concave lens will be minus 2.5 diopter. In short, we write here D for diopter. That is the answer of question number 2. Hope you have understood. Question 3. The question is, what is the focal length of a lens power of minus 5 diopter? We have to calculate the focal length. Let's see the given quantity. Here power of the lens is given power of lens P equals minus 5 diopter. The focal length F equals to what? We know to calculate the power, we have a formula P equals to 1 by F. Now we have to calculate the focal length, so we have to change the position F. So we can write F equals to 1 by P. value of p is given -5, so that the answer will be minus 0.2 meter. That is the answer. Question 4. The question is, focal length of a concave lens is 15 centimeter. An image is found at 6 centimeter away. Then find the distance of object. Let's see the given quantity first. Here focal length is given 15 centimeter. So we can write here focal length f equals to minus 15 centimeter, because we know the power of the concave lens is negative, so that the focal length of the concave lens also negative, and the distance of image V equals to -6, because in concave lens we will get virtual image, and we have to calculate the distance of object u. Distance of object u equals to what? We know 1 by f equals to 1 by v plus 1 by u. That is the formula. And if you want to calculate the value of u, so we can write 1 by u plus 1 by v equals to 1 by f. Now we have to calculate the value of u, so we have to exchange position 1 by v from left side to the right side. Then we can write 1 by u equals to 1 by f minus 1 by v. So if we put the value of f and v, then we can write minus 15, value of v is minus 6. LCM of 15 and 6 is 30. So we can write here 1 by u equals to 3 by 30. That means 1 by 10. Therefore, we can write u equals to 10 centimeter. That is the answer of question number 4. Hope you have understood.